Stacy here with Limelight AZ. This is update for week 43, 701 stings. Okay, so we did miss one sting session. But it has actually been a pretty busy week. A lot has happened. So, we missed the one sting session. And we did Tuesday, and then we missed Thursday. Decided to go with our next regularly scheduled sting day, which would have been Saturday. But my husband ended up getting a migraine, and so we couldn't do it on Saturday. So we ended up doing it Sunday, because even though I don't really want to bounce around days anymore, we'd already missed a sting session that week. So I went ahead and did it Sunday. And turned out that was first fruits, which is an interesting thing, which I'm not really going to get into here, but it was just interesting that my 700th sting session ended up being on first fruits. At any rate, so I also now have an occupational therapist, a physical therapist coming. Insurance apparently does not cover occupational therapy. I need water. So insurance apparently does not cover occupational therapy, which really sucks because I could really use it. But I am happy to have the physical therapy. Finally had the home nurse come and evaluate me on Friday, which also ended up being Passover, which was also funny. It's almost like God is saying, yes, you are going to heal. Which I guess I knew, but it's just interesting to get these little confirmations. Finally had the nurse come on Friday, and then had the physical therapist here yesterday, which was Monday. I'm just getting my video done a little late. I like to get it done Sunday or Monday, but it just didn't happen this week. Last week was still a little rough. I still wasn't feeling great, but I am feeling much better this week. Did the stings on Tuesday and Sunday, like I said. On Sunday, my husband, we had gotten a couple extra pairs of tweezers, and it turned out that he didn't realize that we had 11 tweezers instead of 10, and so he had grabbed an extra bee. We didn't have any dud bees. That happens occasionally where a bee just will not sting. And so if that happens, then it's nice to have an extra bee, but since we already had the extra bee and all the other bees stung, we went ahead and stung my right knee. So this is the first knee sting we've done. I am going to start stinging and alternating between knees. So we did the last of my upper back. I feel like I'm really jumping around today. I apologize. When we do our sting sessions, we do upper back for a week, lower back for a week, upper back for a week, lower back for a week. So 3 sessions on the upper back, 3 sessions on the lower back. We alternate back and forth because the venom goes along nerve pathways. And so lower back would reach the lower extremities more, and the upper back would reach the upper extremities more. So, that's why we alternate. So, now I'm going to start focusing on my knees once or twice a week. So, upper back will be right knee, and lower back will be left knee. So we did one sting in my right knee and did well. It was tender, and it really made my leg itchy. Not achy, itchy. Which was interesting. Kind of went through a itchy period with my back, not long after starting stinging. And so I guess my knee needs to go through. Oh, sorry. I feel like this video is all jacked up today. So my right knee did fine. It's the worst. That's why I went ahead and did that one first. And actually, I noticed this morning that the pain in my left knee is more than in my right knee. I really don't have much physical pain anymore. Just pretty much just some arthritic achiness, which is nothing compared to what I was dealing with. But the knees, especially when I try to use them, stretch my legs, lift my legs, etc., my knees snap and crack and do all sorts of goofy sounds. And that tends to cause a little bit of pain and discomfort in my knees. Well, I noticed that, like, a little bit of pain that I have is in my left knee mostly, not my right knee. My right knee is my worst one. So that's interesting. 2 days later, I noticed that. Um, the tenderness from the actual sting stuck around for, I think, until last night. Let me see. Yeah, it stuck around to about last night. Um, and so that was almost, Sunday, so 24 hours. So 24, 36 hours. I'm used to the stings no longer bothering me after like 4 hours. And so that was quite a long time for it to be lasting. But I like the fact that it seemed to give some pain relief in the long run. So we will be switching back to lower back tonight. And so I'll sting my left knee. You're not supposed to sting more than 2 times in the same week. And not more than with 2 bees. I think I will go ahead and do 1 bee. And so we'll do 1 bee sting on my left knee tonight. And then probably again on Saturday. And then switch to my right knee. And then we may start, after a couple of weeks of going back and forth, start doing 2 stings on each knee. So that's kind of the game plan for now anyway. My physical therapy, so I now have exercises that I can work toward. I'm pretty weak, I think, as far as sitting up anymore. I haven't been doing it regularly. I feel very vulnerable trying to do that because people walk into my room all the time without knocking, as well as show up in the backyard where I have a sliding glass door and I generally have the blinds open. So, being that when I sit up, I'm not covered, that's a problem for me. We have ordered some sports bras in a couple of different sizes for me to try out. But we're waiting for those to come, and they were bought through Wish, so it takes a while for them to get here. But I think I will be much more comfortable with trying to sit up more frequently once I have those. So, I'm saying a lot. I apologize. Yeah, this video is just, my brain is just kind of slow. I'm doing this video a lot earlier than I normally would because it's so quiet. And I wanted to get it done. Okay, where was I? I think I was talking about the physical therapist. So I now have some exercises. Got the sports bras on their way so that I feel less vulnerable. Yeah, so things are plugging along. And bees are doing well. It's now officially spring. We have an oleander out in our backyard that I can see that is blooming. And the bees have been building a honeycomb in their box. They actually did that within less than a week. It was a pretty good sized one too. Obviously, when they're done, I'll probably show you a video of it. What else? I think that is gonna have to be about it. I had a friend send me a couple of items from a company by the name of Purium. One was It's like concentrated cherry juice. And it's supposed to be good for inflammation and for pain. So I had a day where I woke up not feeling well, and I tried it, and sure enough, it took the edge off. I guess it's equivalent to ibuprofen, but it's all natural. Well, I realized after I took it that that's fantastic, but unless I'm having a really, really rough time, I probably should avoid taking it. And it tasted good, too. I was surprised because I forgot anti-inflammatories you're not supposed to take when doing bee venom therapy. So, it affects the bee venom. So, fortunately, I had taken it away from doing bee venom, but I think that I need to keep that in mind, that unless I'm having a really rough time with particularly the brain inflammation, then I should probably avoid taking it. But yeah, it tasted pretty good. I was expecting it to taste bad, like concentrated cranberry juice, or cranberry juice that doesn't have any kind of sweetener in it. But no, it didn't. It is concentrate, so you do have to mix it with water. But it was sweet and it reminded me a lot of pomegranate juice. A little bit different taste, obviously, but I've had the pomegranate juice with the cherry flavor in it, and it tasted quite similar. And then the other thing that she sent me was something called it's an amino 23, and it's supposed to help with building muscle. I took it for a couple of days and haven't taken since, just because Lyme brain, not for any particular reason. But I noticed something interesting. So I don't eat a lot. I really don't have much of an appetite for just about anything. And about a day after I started taking it, my appetite increased a lot, actually. And I was eating, and I wasn't having so much trouble eating. And so that was an interesting experience. I thought, oh, maybe it just, my body does kind of go through these ebbs and flows. But that was a pretty big increase for me to want to eat, which is good because I know I'm not getting anywhere near the calorie intake that I should. And then I stopped taking it, and here I am back to my stomach now, just blah. Everything is just blah. So interesting. I'm not sure why it has done that. That wasn't the idea when I started taking it, but I'm going to start taking it again because I'm hoping that it'll help speed up the growth of my muscles or help somehow in the muscle growth department. So we shall see. But that was an interesting experience. Anything else? Nope. I think that's pretty much it. And I will let you go. Have a good day.